Hello and welcome to Ooltewah, Tennessee. Thanks so much for being with me here tonight at East Hamilton High School. Gabriel Schrei bringing you this contest between Austin East High School and East Hamilton High School. Regional playoffs underway here in the great state of Tennessee, and we're just up the road from Chattanooga, where this Knoxville area team will be doing battle with this Chattanooga area team. Should be a fun game of basketball. Excited to see these two teams square off, and we are just moments away from tip. East Hamilton, the Hurricanes, have described their schedule as a monster. They've played some of the very top teams in the country, including Tabernacle Baptist Academy and Tampa Catholic. And that first portion of their season, playing those big-time programs, has prepared them for the playoffs. East Hamilton, they were able to edge out the Lions of Red Bank. That was here on Tuesday night, 60-56, the final in the District 6 AAA Tournament Championship. That victory is the first district tournament title in program history for East Hamilton High School. Point guard Ashton Munson scored a game-high 26 points. Munson has had an excellent season for the Hurricanes. He was named the MVP of the tournament for his outstanding performance throughout the course of East Hamilton's campaign. Cade Pendleton put together another complete performance as well, with multiple clutch three-pointers, a few key rebounds, and a number of blocks against the Lions. Red Bank put together a comeback bid but was unable to complete the effort. The Roadrunners of Austin East High School stand at 7-15 overall in the season. In conference play, the team is under 500 at 3-5 overall. In the D5 AAA semifinal at South Doyle High School in Knoxville, Austin East could not keep pace with Fulton High School. The Falcons came up with a 67-47 win in Game 1. In the consolation game, the Roadrunners fell as well, 79-65 to Sequoia High School. So that means that Austin East High School is in the midst of a two-game skid. For the Hurricanes, both Pendleton and Munson have been in their groove down the stretch this season and shooting well. And if they perform well in this contest, the team as a whole will perform well also. Pendleton has been a catalyst of success for East Hamilton High School, and the senior is going to be looking to push the program deep into the playoffs with his shooting from all across the floor. The Hurricanes stand at 19-10 overall this season. They haven't lost a game in weeks. In fact, they haven't lost a game since January. Following their two games lost in the district tournament, the Roadrunners are now 7-15 overall on the season. They'll be looking to bounce back against the strong East Hamilton Hurricane basketball team here tonight. Taking a look at the rosters and the players before they head out onto the floor, we'll highlight two players to watch. We're going to stick with the point guards. I know it's like highlighting the quarterbacks. It's kind of cliche, but that's exactly what I'm going to do here. We're going to start with Ashton Munson, number 11 of East Hamilton High School. He has been very prolific, spreading the basketball out, creating opportunities, and scoring with the ball from all across the floor. He shoots well from range. At the mid-range, he hits the J's really well, and he can battle down in the paint, and he's a fantastic facilitator. That's exactly what he's up against in Shane Cherry tonight. Shane Cherry of the Roadrunners has had a wonderful season. He is very, very athletic and runs the floor incredibly well for Austin East High School. So it's a battle of the point guards. Cherry's a little taller, maybe even more athletic, but Ashton Munson has had a big season We'll see these two duke it out here at East Hamilton High School. Thanks for being with me, and tip-off is just moments away. If you're just joining me, I'm Gabriel Schrei. It is the regional playoffs here in the state of Tennessee. Knoxville and Chattanooga doing battle tonight. East Hamilton High School and Austin East High School. The Roadrunners and the Hurricanes clashing on the hardwood. Tip-off comes here. The Hurricanes win this one as Cade Pendleton tips it back to his point guard. Munson passes it to the corner. Not going to stay there for long as Zach Harris sends it back up top to Munson. Munson to Nick Long. Long gets rid of it right away. Pendleton, the handoff to Munson with a cross behind the back and now fires in the low paint. That rims around and finds Twine for East Hamilton High School. It's 2-0 as they lead here early. Here comes Shane Cherry to run the floor for the Roadrunners. He goes to Allen. Allen right back to Cherry. Cherry defended way out by Juan Bullard along the arc here. Wanting to pass inside. Over to Allen. Allen now down low to Seagrave, who battles his way towards the basket but misses. Long pass down the floor for the Hurricanes, and the quick shot is off the mark for Zach Harris. Nearly 1 minute gone here in period number one. It's 2-0 East Hamilton. Going to the line here for East Hamilton is Colby Mason. Mason gets his first at the charity stripe. That makes it 3-0. Mason will get his second as well. A 4-0 ball game as the inbounding pass goes to Shane Cherry. Again, Cherry, the player we're highlighting for the Roadrunners here tonight, so very athletic, so smart with the basketball, a wonderful facilitator, and that's what we're going to be looking for out of him here against the Hurricanes. They'll be trying to box him in and keep him from doing what he does so well. Rebound on a missed mid-range jumper there by Troutman, gathered up, sent to the far side where Pendleton takes a three, and that comes up shy. Shane Cherry running the floor, defended way out along the line here. Stepping back a bit, trying to create some space and escape from Mason. Cherry to the close side, over to Sanders. Jaquarius Sanders with the basketball here. Tries to go back to Cherry. He's intercepted by Wandrick Bullard, who gets the layup off of the glass. So with 2 minutes gone in period number one, the Hurricanes lead the Roadrunners 6-0. Cherry coming back down the floor, kicks it over to Jay Allen. Allen gets the screen, pass inside. The layup comes off the front of the iron, regathered right away there by Bryson Steen. And Steen passed it back outside, but before the Roadrunners could get back to work, the official signals for a foul. This one will go against the Hurricanes of East Hamilton High School. So the Roadrunners will maintain possession here. Pass out to Jaquarius Sanders. Sanders inside to Steen. Steen fighting his way towards the basket right there, and he's hit with a foul as he tries to get past LeBou. 6-0, 2 minutes, 15 seconds gone in period one. Hurricanes on top of the Roadrunners. Inbounding pass over to Ashton Munson. Munson running the floor here. Defended way back beyond the arc, runs across. Now another. Here's the shot from mid-range, that'll go. Ashton Munson makes it 8-0 East Hamilton High School. Quick start to this contest. Now here comes Cherry trying to get the ship righted for the Roadrunners. Coaching staff for East Hamilton, led by Andrew Webb, Ricky Taylor, Tyler Lowry, DeAnthony Heyman, Jordan Hall, and DJ Buchanan, also coaches for this program. East Hamilton gets the steal, firing the mid-range jumper here. That won't go. Ashton Munson took the shot, now regathered quickly by Sanders. Sanders hands it off over to Cherry. Cherry came down the floor quickly, feeling the pressure. He was heavily defended there by Bullard, and the foul against him. A little bit too much contact for the officials there. Allen will inbound now for Austin East. Cherry takes it, fires right away at the mid-range. LeBeau gets the board, a nasty spin move as he hands it off to Ashton Munson right there, and he loses the ball. Skeeter's out of play in the corner down there. Hurricanes will maintain possession. Last to touch it, an Austin East defender. Pass inbounds to LeBeau. He's fighting his way inside in the paint. Now he'll get hit with a foul. It's 9-0. East Hamilton High School Hurricane lead. 3.5 minutes gone here in period one. Cherry to the close side to Allen. Allen working with it, finesses it towards the iron right there, regathers his own missed shot. Pass over to Bryson. Bryson fights inside and gets this off of the glass. That's Steen with a bucket. The first of the game here for the Roadrunners. Almost halfway through period number one, Munson comes up to the offensive end of the floor for East Hamilton. Pass to the close side to Mason. Now Bullard down low to LeBeau. LeBeau for the layup. This clatters all around and rolls off the far side of the iron. Stolen away by the Roadrunners. Here comes Jay Allen. Allen's contested as he fires. This one rims around and now will roll out of play along the baseline there. East Hamilton will take back over with a basketball. Hurricanes have Pendleton standing along the line there. Pendleton inbounds over to Munson. Munson running the floor here. Passing it around the arc. Now back to Pendleton. Pendleton hands it off to Ashton Munson. Munson and Nick Long. He goes right back to him. Munson with a drive. Pass outside to Pendleton. He wants three. Off the mark. To the close side to Flemons. Flemons to Pendleton. He gives it off right away to Harris. Back to Long. Long drives. He's stopped up. Passes it outside to Flemons. The three ball comes up shy. It's 9-2. East Hamilton's Hurricanes lead the Roadrunners of Austin East High School. Thanks for being with me here tonight in Ooltewah, Tennessee. Jay Allen with the ball. Passes it over to Cherry. Long ball here. Clatters off both sides of the iron. That won't go. Pendleton will inbound now for the Hurricanes. Goes over to Munson. Munson running the floor here. Passes it off to Nick Long. Long wants to go inside. Tipped and nearly taken away by Seagrave. Seagrave's attempt to get the basketball. Going to be successful as it came back off of an East Hamilton Hurricane before it went out of play. 2.5 minutes left here in period one. It's 9-2, Hurricane lead. Here come the Roadrunners. Cherry passes it over to Allen. Allen down inside. Easy bucket right there for Ryan Seagrave. He gets it off the glass. 9-4 now the tally. Hurricanes back to the offensive end. Working with it, waiting, pressure coming, passing it back up and centering it to Ashton Munson. Munson gets a screen from Nick Long, fires the three ball. That one didn't have enough juice on it. Came up shy, taken by Cherry now. Cherry will run the floor, lays down a cross. Flemons comes out to greet him along the arc there. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go here in period one. A 5-point advantage for the Hurricanes over the Roadrunners. Here's the drive and firing. This first one won't go for Jaquarius Sanders. He gets it back, passes it outside to Allen. Allen to Steen. Steen, the handoff to Cherry. Cherry back down inside to Steen, who gets the layup. That makes it a 3-point game of hoops. Austin East High School trailing to the Hurricanes. Here's a 3-ball off of the long pass. This one comes up shy. Roadrunners. 70 seconds left in the first period. Allen tried to go inside and traveled with the ball right there. A little too much contact between him and Munson, and he just picked that up and took an extra step. Pendleton will inbound for the Hurricanes. Inbounding pass over to Munson. He'll run the floor with 65 seconds left in period 1. 3-point game. The Roadrunners trail to the Hurricanes 9-6. Pass over to Pendleton. Taking his time with the ball, gives it off over to Lincoln Scruggs now. Scruggs back to Pendleton. Wandrick Bullard working with it here, narrowly stripped away by Cherry. LeBou back inside to Bullard. Too much contact down in there between Bullard and Cherry. East Hamilton High School will keep the basketball. 42 seconds left now here in period 1. Inbounding pass comes quickly. Long ball, the 3-ball from Munson off the mark. Steen gets the board, hands it off to Cherry. Cherry will run the floor. Cherry fires from mid-range, this won't go. Second chance here, Seagraves is swatted at on his way inside of the low post. 26 seconds left now here in period 1. Cherry will inbound for the Roadrunners. They trail 9-6. Quick pass over to Steen. Steen working with it. Fires. That'll go. Finding the twine. Now just a 1-point game of hoops. 10 seconds left. Here come the Hurricanes. One pass now. 2. This one is swatted at there on the elbow. 9.3 seconds left in the first period. 9-8 the tally. East Hamilton High School leads Austin East High School. Inbounding pass coming from Wandrick Bullard. Over to Ashton Munson. Munson will run the floor now. Munson with a move. Munson with a burst. Passes it back outside. The 3-ball comes up shy. And that will do it for period number 1. It is 9-8, a 1-point game of basketball after the first frame of action. Fun contest here in Ooltewah, Tennessee. We'll keep it right here. Thanks for being with me tonight. I'm Gabriel Schrei, bringing you all of the action between these two teams. Last season, East Hamilton High School, they achieved their highest ranking ever in school history when they reached number 2 in the state of Tennessee. The Roadrunners of Austin East currently on a 2-game skid. Lost both contests in their district tournament. First to the Falcons of Fulton High School, then to Sequoia High School. Period number 2 about to get underway. Quite the run right there for Austin East and the Roadrunners. Eight uncontested points. Makes it 9-8, a 1-point game. Austin East still trailing to the Hurricanes here. Here we go, period number 2 underway. Jaquarius Sanders drives with it, fires the hook shot. This one brought in by Nick Long. Long feeds it to Ashton Munson. Munson running the floor. Quick pass back to the close side to Long, who fires the three ball. That won't drop. Gathered up quickly. Long pass down the floor. Austin East gets their first lead of the night. It's 10-9. A 1-point advantage for the Roadrunners now. Munson to Long. Long to Bullard. Back inside to Nick Long. Long drives, turns and fires. That won't go. Tyreek Jones gets the board. Two quick passes down the floor. Now over to Jaquarius. Jaquarius Sanders with the basketball. Kicks it out to Allen. Allen goes right back to him. He gets the three ball. That makes it 13-9. Austin East High School up by 4 over the Hurricanes now. Ashton Munson with a move. Stops there on the elbow, and the penalty will come. Jay Allen was defending him right there, and just a little too aggressive down there on the block. Basketball will stay with the Hurricanes. Wandrick Bullard inbounding over to Pendleton. This one tipped out of play right away. Ryan Seagrave was right there, swatted that one up into the stands. 4-point ball game, 13-9. Roadrunners lead the Hurricanes. Wandrick Bullard from the corner over to Pendleton. Pendleton to Munson. Munson with a move, passes it over to Nick Long. Long wants to drive, weathers the storm right there, but can't get the shot to drop. He was jostled on his way into the paint. Jay Allen takes this pass, and he'll run the floor for the Roadrunners. Giving it off here to Jones. Jones back to Allen. Allen to the far side, over to Seagrave. Sanders with it. Sanders wants to drive, stops just outside of the paint, drops that one. Automatic, and that makes it a 6-point game of basketball. 15-9 now. 2 minutes, 10 cents. Over to Wandrick Bullard. Bullard and the Hurricanes. The victims of a 15-point run by Austin East High School and the Roadrunners. Very uncharacteristic of this East Hamilton High School basketball team. A team that has competed, held up to some of the better programs in the United States. They take a timeout to try and stop this run. They trail 15-9 to Austin East High School, who is on fire right now. They've gone on a run and just won't cool off. Austin East during the regular season, under 500 in conference play. They stand at 3-5 in conference, but that's something, I really wanted to clarify, and I asked everybody I could. I said, what do you think about the conference matchup? This is obviously going to be a tougher conference the Roadrunners are playing in. Is that going to play a big factor? Does that make the record and whatnot a little deceptive? The answer was no, but you always got to take that with a grain of salt. That was the answer, the whole answer. Cade Pendleton takes the inbounding pass. Hurricanes with possession here. Now down inside to LeBou. LeBou to three-point range. This one off the mark. Regathered here down low by the Roadrunners. Coming with great pace. Sanders with it. Sanders over to Allen. Allen setting up back beyond the arc. Pass over to Jaquarius Sanders. Sanders tries to go inside. Intercepted by Cade Pendleton. Pendleton to Wandrick Bullard. Bullard to Ashton Munson. Munson with a move. Munson, a double cross, stops on the elbow, tries to pass it away. This will go out of play. Ball goes back to the Roadrunners. 3 minutes, 10 seconds gone here in period 2. Austin East leads 15-9 over East Hamilton here in Ooltewah. Thanks so much for being with me wherever you may be. I'm Gabriel. Between the Hurricanes and the Roadrunners. Inbounding pass for Austin East High School. Jay Allen with the ball. Allen, victim of the press right here. Makes one move, now two. Gets away from Mason, passes it to the close side, down to Jones. Jones pecking his way along the arc. Now to Sanders. Sanders turns a half circle, feeling the pressure. Passing it to the far side. Over to Jones, now down low, and the foul there. Got the basketball inside. Over to Allen. Allen was defended by Mason. Got hit with a charge on his way to the basket, so East Hamilton will take back over offensively. LeBou passes it inside to Cade Pendleton, and he goes down hard. Defended there by Seagrave. Pendleton, not sure if he lost his footing. The official's going to send him to the line there on the foul. East Hamilton to snap a big streak here by the Roadrunners. Pendleton to the charity stripe. (15-9). Pendleton drops in his first. That makes it a 5-point contest. What a run the Roadrunners went on right there. Hurricanes get two there. Pendleton makes it a 4-point game of basketball. Just about halfway through period number 2 of action. Inbounding pass over to Allen. Allen centers this back up. Roadrunners trying to come up the floor here. Pass to the corner, now back up to Allen. Allen drives, wants to dunk. What a play! The floater finds the twine. Gorgeous bucket makes it 17-11. Hurricanes quickly for the answer. Wandrick Bullard with it down in the corner there in the paint. Big collision here. He was double teamed, got swatted at, and they'll give him the benefit of the shooting foul. LeBou was flipped over the back of a defender down there in the paint as well. So they're going to check and make sure the floor is dry still as they send Wandrick Bullard to the charity stripe. 3:45 left to go here in half number 1. It is 17-11. The Roadrunners of Austin East High School leading the Hurricanes of East Hamilton High School here in Ooltewah, Tennessee. Thanks for being with me. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Welcome back here to East Hamilton High School. Thanks so much for being with me for this high school basketball contest regional playoff underway here tonight. If you're just joining us for the first time, East Hamilton Hurricanes playing host to the Roadrunners of Austin East High School. Hurricanes able to edge out the Lions of Red Bank at home on Tuesday in the District 6 AAA Tournament Championship. It's the first in program history for the Canes. The Roadrunners lost both of their games in the district tournament. East Hamilton went up early. They were up 8-0, and the Roadrunners went on a 20-point run. Quite the run. Cooled off a little bit. Hurricanes still trying to recover from that. Here's the inbounding pass. Now down inside to LeBoux. Pendleton fed it to him, and he has it stripped away as it skeeters along the baseline and out of play. Inbounding pass. Allen goes over to Cherry. Cherry coming down the floor. Met by two defenders. Wandrick Bullard tips the basketball. Bullard and Cherry scrambling for this one, and they'll just let it go out of play along the baseline there. East Hamilton will take over offensively. 32-21 the tally. Austin East leading the Hurricanes. Bullard with it. Bullard pass across the floor. Over to Mason. Mason to Munson. Munson drives, fires from the elbow. This comes up just shy and is tipped out of play. Steen the last to touch it for the Roadrunners, so East Hamilton will keep the basketball. Mason inbounding here. Feeds this one to Pendleton. Pendleton heavily defended, tries to go inside to LeBoux. This one goes out of play. Running the floor. Here come the Roadrunners of Austin East. One pass, now two. To the backside, over to Allen. Allen to Cherry. Cherry calling a play here, defended by Wandrick Bullard, standing way back beyond the arc. Down to the corner to Jay Allen. Allen loses the ball. Cherry scrambling for it with Wandrick Bullard. He passes it over to Pendleton, but a timeout taken down on the floor. 32-21 is the tally here at East Hamilton High School. Lead currently sits with the Roadrunners of Austin East High School. Back onto the floor go these two programs. East Hamilton with possession now. One pass, now two to the close side to Wandrick Bullard. Bullard to Pendleton. He's standing along the arc. Hands it off to Munson. Munson wants to drive to the far side to Bullard. Bullard's right in front of the bench. Wants to drive. Stops up outside of the block. To Munson, who's on the arc. He travels with the ball. It'll go back to the Roadrunners. Here's a long ball. The Roadrunners right away. Cherry comes down the floor, pulls up from range. This one won't go. Cherry gets it back off of the board. Cherry wants to drive, tries to feed it to Steen, picked off by LeBoux. LeBou has it tipped away by Seagrave. Ball is loose. Players scrambling for it right there. Timeout taken down on the floor by the Roadrunners of Austin East High School. Coach Webb of East Hamilton doesn't like the call. Coach Stanton didn't like it either. They're both out there. Andy Webb, Marcus Stanton, the head coaches in tonight's contest. Stanton directing the Roadrunners. Webb, the Hurricanes. Thanks for being with us in Ooltewah. It's 32-21. 2 minutes, 20 seconds gone in period 3. The lead sits with the Roadrunners of Austin East. Hurricanes of East Hamilton trailing here in their home gymnasium. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Thanks for being with us for all the action. That'll do it for the timeout. Austin East back onto the floor quickly here. Hurricanes now back onto the floor. For Austin East, Sanders, Cherry, Allen, Steen, Seagrave, they're 5. Bullard, Scruggs, Munson, LeBou, and Pendleton, the 5 on the floor for the Hurricanes. Inbounding pass. Now down low, Roadrunners man Seagrave to the back door. This one swatted at as he fires there. The pass to Sanders. He had a chance with it. Couldn't score, but he was fouled on the way up, so he'll go to the line. Hoping to extend the lead of Austin East from 32. 32-21 the tally, 2.5 gone here in period 3 as he'll hit his first. Second one will fall as well for Jaquarius Sanders. Sanders makes it 34-21. Coming down the floor quickly, a pass outside. Now feeding it up to Ashton Munson here. Munson the give to Pendleton. Pendleton out to Scruggs. Lincoln, Scruggs with a layup. This one's off the mark. Rolled off the side of the iron. Cherry gathers it. Cherry running the floor quickly, and Shane Cherry going to be repelled along the arc. He'll have to reset. 3 minutes gone in period 3. Pass back door by Cherry over to Steen. His shot is off the mark. Long feed down the floor for the Hurricanes. Wandrick Bullard's shot rims all around and pops out. 13-point game of hoops. Allen trying to pass it down to Seagrave. Wandrick Bullard can't keep it alive. Ball will stay with the Roadrunners of Austin East here. Now here come the Hurricanes quickly. Scruggs to Munson. Got the intercept. Couldn't pull it off on the other end of the floor. Steen gets the board to Cherry. Cherry coming down to the offensive end, defended by Bullard. Runs one move, now 2. He's stepping back beyond the arc. Taking a bit of time with it here. Now the travel. Ball will go back to East Hamilton High School's Hurricanes. Roadrunners of Austin East with a big advantage, 34-21. We're halfway exactly through the third period of action. That's a 13-point margin for those of you at home. Munson with it, playing the point. Pass to the close side. Working with it here, and trouble for Zach Harris as he drives inside. He'll lose the ball, and it'll go back to the Roadrunners. Allen inbounds. Passing this one over to Cherry. Cherry coming up the floor. wants to pull up, pass to the far side along the arc. Sanders working with it. Back to Cherry now. Austin East to Allen. Allen back to Cherry. Cherry down inside, looking for Sanders. Jaquarius Sanders has to step back beyond the arc. Hands it to Shane Cherry. Cherry standing along the half-court stripe. Long pass to the close side, now down low, nearly intercepted. Taken away by the Hurricanes. Scoring chance, their man is fouled by Jay Allen down on the offensive end of the floor. East Hamilton will send Zach Harris to the charity stripe with 3 minutes left to go here in period 3. First one will go, that makes it a 12-point game. Second one will go as well, now an 11-point contest. Running the floor, that's Shane Cherry. Cherry standing way up along the half-court stripe. Long pass down inside to Jay Allen. Allen fighting his way towards the iron right there and can't ladle it up and in. He loses the ball. No foul signaled for. East Hamilton will take back over. 2:45 left in the third period. Munson. Down inside to Pendleton. Swatted at. He can't get it to go off of the glass. This one gathered up by Jay Allen. Allen wants to go the distance, and he is rejected by Nick Long. Allen goes down hard, looks to be all right. East Hamilton will take back over with the basketball. They trail by 11, 2.5 left to go in the third period. Munson to the offensive end. Long to Harris. Harris with a jumper. The floater didn't have enough power behind it. Comes off the front of the iron. Shane Cherry gets the board. He's running the floor. A little bit of a fast break. Now one cross. Steps back. 3 ball. This one off the mark. Second chance bucket will drop right there for Ryan Seagrave. That makes it 36-23. A 13-point contest under 2 minutes to go in period number 3. Zach Harris over to Nick Long. Now to Ashton Munson. He wants the 3. That'll go. Finding the twine, making it a 10-point ball game, 36-26. Shane Cherry takes the inbounding pass. Long feed down the floor over to Jaquarius Sanders. Sanders with it. Back to Cherry. He steps back. Now the feed inside to Seagrave. It's taken away. Cade Pendleton blocked the basketball. Pass to the close side to Ashton Munson. Munson from the elbow. That'll go. Back-to-back buckets for him. It's 36-28 now. 6-point game of hoops. Here come the Roadrunners trying to preserve their lead. 50 seconds left to go here in period 3. Jay Allen with it. Allen standing a few foot beyond the arc. Allen to Shane Cherry. Cherry picking his way along the arc, goes back to Allen. Now inside, here's a chance. Pendleton with another block. Seagrave is rejected. Pass to the close side. Wandrick Bullard, 30 seconds left in period 3, gives it up to Harris. He gets the money ball from long range. 36-31 here at East Hamilton High School. Shane Cherry trying to go the distance right there. A collision between Cherry and Harris down on the corner of the block. Cherry will inbound for the Roadrunners down from the baseline on the offensive end of the floor. Ashton Munson and Zach Harris will get a change here. Cherry inbounding, long feed over to Holloway. Holloway Up top to Jaquarius Sanders. 5 seconds left now. Outside to Cherry in the corner. The 3, 1 second. He got it! As time expired. Shane Cherry makes it 39-31. So that'll do it for period number 3 of action. It's an 8-point game of basketball going into the final frame here in Ooltewah, Tennessee. Thanks for being with me. I'm Gabriel Schrei, bringing you all of the action here tonight. Between these two programs, it's Austin East High School and East Hamilton High School, the Roadrunners and the Hurricanes, and what a fun contest this has been. (39-31), an 8-point game. Eight minutes remaining. Both teams back onto the floor. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Inbounding pass as the Roadrunners will start period number 4 with possession over to Shane Cherry. Cherry to Allen. Allen goes over to Sanders. Sanders inside. Wants Holloway. Holloway back up top to Allen. Allen to Sanders. Jaquarius Sanders drives. He's blocked by Cade Pendleton. Pendleton hands it off to Wandrick Bullard. He's double teamed right in front of the scorer's table and being harassed. East Hamilton will maintain possession. Inbounding pass will come from right alongside of the scorer's table. Colby Mason will be inbounding this one. Munson with it, back along the timeline. Still an 8-point game here. Over to the big man, Pendleton. Pendleton hands it off to Munson. Picked up by Steen. The Roadrunners get the steal. The feed to Cherry. Shane Cherry from three-point land. That'll go. That makes it 42-31, an 11-point game of basketball. Munson wants to answer, gets the mid-range J. A 9-point game, 42-33, as the Roadrunners will now get the basketball back. Thanks for being with us here tonight in Ooltewah. Gabriel Schrei bringing you this contest between the Roadrunners and the Hurricanes. Shane Cherry takes the inbounding pass. He'll run the floor offensively. From the corner, Cherry wants another 3, and that'll go. He has been unstoppable here tonight. That makes it 45-33. Munson wants a 3 of his own. This one comes up just shy. Cherry gets another board. Fires from three-point range. This one is off the mark. Regathered by Sanders, and Jaquarius Sanders makes it 47-33. A 14-point game of basketball with 1 minute and 40 seconds gone already in period number 4. Hurricanes of East Hamilton looking down the barrel of a burning clock here in Ooltewah. Tough situation to be in for these two programs. Well, not for these two programs, for one of these two programs. East Hamilton needs a big run to get in the saddle on this one, and time is winding quickly. Roadrunners came into tonight on a 2-game losing streak. They lost both games they played in the district tournament. First to Fulton High School, 67-47. Then in the consolation game to Sequoia High School, 79-65. Mark Stanton trying to steer the Roadrunners to a victory here. Hurricanes 11-2 since the winter break. They're 11-1 in conference play. Inbounding pass to Jackson Flemons. Flemons running up the floor here, hands it off to Nick Long. Long to Pendleton in the corner. The big man wants the three, that'll go. That makes it an 11-point game, 47-36. 2 minutes gone in quarter four. Sanders comes up the floor. Jaquarius Sanders passes it to the close side to Jones. Jones with a shimmy, little shake and bake, passing it back up top. Working with it here is Sanders. 2 minutes and 20 seconds gone in period four. 47-36. Austin East leads the Hurricanes. Roadrunners burning as much clock as they can here against East Hamilton. Sanders drives, blocked by Cade Pendleton. Long gets the board, hands it off right away. Here's a scoring chance. East Hamilton High School gets another bucket. This time it's Zach Harris who ladles it up and in off of the glass. That makes it a 9-point game, 47-38. Roadrunners lead. Coming down the floor, Allen hands it off to Shane Cherry. He's got a lane with a burst, fires from mid-range, that'll go. And again, an 11-point game. Foul comes here against Shane Cherry. No, excuse me, it's going against Jane Allen. And that'll send Pendleton to the line there. Cade Pendleton misses his first at the charity stripe. Pendleton gets his second. That makes it a 10-point game of hoops. 49-39. 3 minutes exactly gone here in period four in Ooltewah. Inbounding pass over to Jackson Flemons. Flemons running the floor, comes to the close side to LeBeau. LeBeau with a move. LeBeau with a burst, runs the spin move and lays it in with a little kiss off of the glass. That makes it an 8-point game. Now Shane Cherry wants to answer quickly for the Roadrunners. Shane Cherry driving down low just outside of the paint. He stumbles and gets hit with a travel. Cherry turns it over to the Hurricanes. Pendleton will inbound. Jackson Flemons down on the far end of the floor with him. 49-41. 4:39 left in the contest. Roadrunners lead the Hurricanes. Inbounding pass over to Flemons. Flemons to the close side to LeBeau. LeBeau wants to drive. LeBeau grabbed that on his way inside right there. He was fouled before he got the shot off, so Hurricanes will maintain possession. Remains 49-41. Inbounding pass from the baseline. East Hamilton with a pump. Now a long one up to Zach Harris. Harris wants to drive. Mid-range jumper, that'll go. Little hook shot makes it 49-43, a 6-point game here in Ooltewah. Keeping it tight late. Jay Allen running the floor here. Substitutions coming. Inbounding pass will come from the baseline for the Roadrunners. Cherry gets it. Cherry along the arc. Tries to pass it to the corner, nearly intercepted by the Hurricanes, and Harris tips it out of bounds. Jay Allen will inbound now. Allen to Cherry. Just under 4 minutes left to go. A 6-point game, 49-43. Austin East leads the Hurricanes. Cherry scrambling with the ball, stays on his feet, passing it over to Jaquarius Sanders. Sanders goes right back to him. Cherry is defended by Wandrick Bullard. Bullard to Allen. Allen with a move. Gets around Flemons. Long picks him up. Allen in the paint. Backdoor pass. This one will go. The feed to Seagrave, and he lays this one up and in. That makes it 51-43. Hurricanes to the corner. Nick Long for three. That'll go. 51-46. A gorgeous ball from long range. These two programs can't miss right now. Jay Allen working with it, passes it to the corner. Here's the drive. Jaquarius Sanders kicks it over to Steen. He sends it back out alongside the arc, over to Sanders again. Sanders taking his time with it here. Pass down inside to Steen. Steen wants it off of the glass. That'll fall. 53-46, a 7-point game with 2.5 minutes left. Here come the Hurricanes to the offensive end. Jackson Flemons. Flemons along the arc, reading the floor in front of him, taking his time. Pass over to Wandrick Bullard. Bullard to Long. Long inside to the big man, Cade Pendleton with a fake. He's double teamed, fires from mid-range. This comes up shy. Pass over to Cherry. Here come the Roadrunners. Sanders with a chance. Could be a big bucket for Jaquarius Sanders. He's fouled by Nick Long as he drives inside. 2:09 left on the clock here in this contest. Austin East, the Roadrunners, lead the Hurricanes of East Hamilton here in Ooltewah. It's 53-46. They'll send Sanders to the line for that foul. He'll get his first. That makes it 54-46, an 8-point game of basketball. Second one will go as well. 55-46. 2 minutes exactly left in the game. Clock winding here. Ashton Munson coming up the floor, passes it away, comes right back to him. Wandrick Bullard centered it back up to Munson. Munson's in trouble there. And the foul by Jay Allen. He gets a hold of him on his way into the paint. So Ashton Munson will go to the line. Well, excuse me, they have decided to, not only is he not going to the line, they're going to inbound from the baseline, but first a timeout here at East Hamilton High School. Let me break down the situation for you here. Give me just a moment. Gabriel Schrei here bringing you all the action. Appreciate you joining me here for this contest tonight. A fun one. 55-46, a 9-point game of basketball. Roadrunners have built up a big margin again here late. Just under 2 minutes left to go. It's 151 as Austin East leads the Hurricanes of East Hamilton High School. We've entered what I like to call miracle territory. East Hamilton would need to go on a nice run here if they wanted to get back on top with under 2 minutes to go. Hurricanes have scored just about 1,800 points. In fact, counting for tonight, they're at 1,830 points on the season. Good for about 63 per game. They have 46 tonight. Inbounding pass over to Munson. Munson outside to Harris. He wants the three ball. This clatters off the front, won't go. Jay Allen gets the board. He'll take his time coming up the floor here. Allen calling for a play. 90 seconds left. Intercepted by the Hurricanes. All alone, Harris is blocked down on the offensive end of the floor. Munson gets the board. Second chance bucket will go for East Hamilton. 7-point game, 80 seconds left. Cherry down the floor to Allen. Allen Feed to Steen. Steen's just holding it here. Time is winding quickly. 70 seconds left now. Bullard comes out and gets the intentional foul there as he grabs at Jaquarius Sanders. 67 seconds left in the game now. It's 55-48. The inbounding pass will come from right in front of the stands here. Jay Allen inbounding this one. Feeds it over to Sanders. Sanders being grabbed at by Munson, loses the ball, no whistle. 62 seconds. Pendleton with it, hands it off to Munson. 60 seconds. 7-point game. Munson wants to take it himself. He's swatted at, loses the ball. Harris nearly regathers it. It's still loose. Munson scoops it up, fires right away. This one tipped, grabbed out of the air there by Seagrave. Ryan Seagrave passes it to Cherry, and he is intentionally fouled by Cade Pendleton with 42.7 seconds showing. A 7-point game, 55-48. Austin East and the Roadrunners lead the Hurricanes of East Hamilton here in the late stages. Jay Allen inbounding pass coming from alongside the scorer's table. Going over to Cherry. He's defended by Munson. Backdoor feed. Seagrave missed the wide open layup. Pendleton swats at it, taken away by Nick Long. Now the handoff to Munson, 30 seconds left. Munson driving, fires from just inside the paint. That's off the mark. Tipped outside to the big man, Cade Pendleton from 40 foot. That's off the mark. And Wandrick Bullard is smacked in the face down there in the paint as Steen went for the rebound. I think he elbowed him in the eye. Hopefully he's all right. Looks a bit shaken up here. I think he's going to be able to shake it off. Covering his eyes, he rises from the floor. Hopefully he'll be all right. Just walk that off a little bit. You hate to see it. 20.9 seconds left. Both teams taking advantage of the short break. Head coach of East Hamilton High School's Hurricanes calling for Zach Harris to stay back. Here comes Cherry to the offensive end of the floor. Seagrave down on the offensive end of the floor as well. Board gathered by the Hurricanes. Hurricanes with 16 seconds left. Nick Long loses the ball there. Going to go back to the Roadrunners. 13.5 seconds left. 55-48. Austin East trying to seal this one up. Cherry running the floor. Cherry to the corner. And with 6 seconds left, Cherry will just hold the basketball. That'll do it. Austin East and the Roadrunners come up with a win here in Ooltewah, Tennessee. The final score, 55-48. Roadrunners topple the Hurricanes of East Hamilton High School. Fun contest here tonight between these two teams. Been a fun year following a couple of these local programs. Had a great time following Bradley Central, and I live about 10 minutes up the road here from East Hamilton High School. Love the Hurricanes. Have really enjoyed getting to know Coach Webb and the whole coaching staff. Nothing but great things to say about these young men, and you can't say enough about the kids on the floor. Some really high-quality young men, and I personally am very, very excited to see what these seniors will go on to do at the collegiate level, if they're going to play sports, what they'll major in, and can't wait to one day hear what they're doing for a living. Thank you for joining me for Hurricane basketball here one final time this season. Congratulations to the Roadrunners. I'll be bringing you the rest of the region contest as well, so if you're looking for a radio feed of these games, I'll have it. I'm Gabriel Schrei for the Roadrunners and the Hurricanes. Have a wonderful night.